Actually, I promise you that.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilman.
Dr. Delaney, let's a couple of quick questions. On the Tri-Rail Coastal link extension, you mentioned that, as we know, it comes to Magnolia Park now, and then you indicated that it would start from Jupiter to Noah. And I was wondering, and I was just elected a year ago, so I need to be updated on some of this. The portion between Magnolia and Jupiter, would that be included in the extension?
It would, Commissioner Guyton, if I could just, oh gosh, went the wrong way. There we go. That little map on the side should be larger to make this point. But nonetheless, this map illustrates the current system concept for the Tri-Rail Coastal Link service. And that service is proposed to run from Jupiter south to Miami, initially with about 25 stations, including one in the city of Riviera Beach. And ultimately, that corridor could include more stations. There are many more communities that want stations than are currently identified in the system concept. And there are perhaps 30 or 35 stations that could ultimately be constructed on that corridor. And so this project, which is the Tri-Rail Coastal Link project, is the subject of a separate process, a project development process that actually is now just beginning. It's a 2-year evaluation of station locations and necessary infrastructure improvements to allow the commuter rail service to be extended. It will also be required to address the complete financial ramifications and responsibilities to allow that service to carry forward. How would stations be constructed and financed? How would the service be constructed from a capital standpoint? And how the service would be funded for operations and maintenance long term. And so all of those details are packaged in the documents related to the Tri-Rail Coastal Link effort that is underway.
Okay, last question. And the Riviera Beach passenger location, you indicated is in the proposed plan now. When would the final decision be made for us to know if Riviera Beach made that cut?
Pardon me. The project development phase is supposed to begin within this next month or so. Within 2 years, the project development work must be completed for the project to be able to be submitted for federal funding, and that's how it's designed now, to be submitted for a Federal Transit Administration New Start grant, perhaps. Discussions have been underway with the city for the past 5 or 6 years with respect to the station location, land development regulations around the station, and potentially the city's financial responsibility, depending on how the project would be financed. At this point, a station in Riviera is identified in the preliminary documents, and so it continues forward, and it will be the subject of discussion of the Palm Beach MPO, the Metropolitan Planning Organization, as well as the subject for discussion with each of those local governments to determine whether or not the station location is right, how it can be financed, and what additional steps may be necessary to enable it to happen.
Thank you.
Okay? Yeah.